Hey guys, Christian here from ACM Healthcare. Welcome back to another episode of Mindset Minute. Now, have you ever been in a situation where you're faced with a challenge or a task and your mind goes into focus mode? And you analyze the situation, you develop a strategy, you think of plausible outcomes, and then you overthink it, you get a little nervous, with the end result being no solution because you absolutely psyched yourself out and you took no action. Now, that, my friends, is called paralysis by analysis. It's always good to have a strategy and obviously think about something before you do it, but sometimes the perfectionist in us strives for absolute perfection or the perfect time. And it's important for us to feel prepared, but in reality, you don't need to wait for the perfect moment because the perfect opportunity doesn't exist. And even if you do fail, you're going to learn from your mistakes. Every time you fail, you learn from it and you make better decisions moving forward. If you do find yourself in the paralysis by analysis hole, here's 4 quick tips on how to dig yourself out. Tip number 1 is to identify the objective. Now, you can't hit a target you can't see, so make sure that you have a clearly defined objective that's so clear you can narrow it down to the end result. That makes decision making that much simpler. Tip number 2 is to set a deadline. Give yourself an end date or a time. It's important to give yourself time, but be realistic with your timeline and set a clear deadline. Tip number 3 is to break decisions into baby steps. Instead of trying to make a decision in one step, try breaking it into smaller actions. Shifting your attention from one big decision to smaller ones can help you move forward. Tip number 4, forget about perfection. Unless you're making a life-altering decision, in most cases you don't need perfection. Sometimes a good enough decision is the best decision. Every decision you make will have its downsides, but don't let that fact keep you from moving forward. At the end of the day, you might make the wrong decision, but that decision will rarely be the final nail in the coffin. The final nail is simply giving up. But keep this in mind, you can't fail if you don't give up. So next time, if you find yourself in analysis paralysis, don't let the desire to be perfect stop you from being great. Thanks for tuning in today, guys. Until next time, bye for now.